What's up, everybody? Don't know if you could see me. I'm right over here. We're going to be doing the front dash speakers in the FJ Cruiser today. I was online and I noticed that there was not many videos about this, so I decided to make one. I did see there was a couple videos of telling people to remove this panel right here, which I'm going to do, so I don't mar up my dash here. I do have the replacement speakers. I'm going to go get everything I need, some tools, some pry tools just in case, and just some basic hardware to pull this stuff off. Okay, so for tools, I like to just grab a little bit of everything so I don't have to keep running back and forth into the garage. Got a pry tool, you know, this is good for plastic panels, can't get a clip off so you don't break anything. 10 millimeter, whatever you fucking call this shit. Nut driver, there you go. I couldn't think of the name. So, nut driver, great. 10 millimeter, of course, awesome. You know, 10 millimeters always go missing. This one's fucking attached, it's not going anywhere. I got a pocket screwdriver just in case I gotta pop some clips without breaking them. It's cold out today, even though I'm in Vegas. Regular Phillips, and flat. So we're gonna get started. First, everyone says you just pop this panel off, so I'm just gonna kind of go for that right now. See? Simple. Wow, that was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Nothing broke. We're doing good so far. Okay, now, looking inside here, you just gotta reach in and push up on that without breaking your fingers. There we go. Alright. Now, this would be a good time to use the pry tool. Let me get this side in there. Okay. Just kind of pop it up. Also, not breaking any clips. We're doing great. Okay, so now, my big head's in the middle of the camera now, but looking at this, I need two 10 mils, which I have the nut driver, so we're good to go there. There's two 10 mils holding the speaker on, and then there's a little harness. But first thing would be to get the actual bracket off. Super easy so far. Let's not jinx ourselves. Maybe this is why no one has a video of this, because it's super easy and I'm just an idiot. Either way, gonna upload some content. Haven't uploaded anything in a while. Haven't really been doing anything. It's been cold as shit here. And I've been going up to the Utah to go snowmobiling and have some fun. Maybe I'll upload some videos of that. I took a nice video of some trail riding. Okay. Sweet, that guy's out. Easy clip to pull out. Awesome. Step one. Now, the speakers that I'm using are going to be these Infinity Kappa series. 3.5 inch, two-way. Supposedly meant to replace what I just pulled out. I'm not sure now, because they look huge. But, you know what? They probably fit right in there. Let's find out. Let's see if they even fit before I get too crazy. Okay, look at that. See, I'm not breaking shit. It's amazing. Okay, now this guy, I don't think it matters which orientation this goes in. So we already have a slight issue where it's not fitting into the bracket. It's not the end of the world, because I have a feeling that the size of this will actually fit in here. Possibly. Maybe not. You know, with a little elbow grease, I bet I could fit that in there. Okay, so I'm going to dick around with this for a little bit and see if I can figure out exactly how I want to mount these. If I want to use the bracket or not, because I could just trim the bracket a little bit. And then wiring, of course, I will jump on video again, because they take these large, I guess you can call them like a high-low converter. I haven't done audio in so many years, I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. I think that's right, though. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, because it's got one input, two outputs, because it's a two-way speaker, three-way speaker. What is it? Two-way. So it's actually a pretty nice kit. I don't know if they make these anymore because it is old, but I'm going to use it. So there's my inputs, which I can steal from that right there. Red and black, nice and simple. And I'll use the factory harness just to keep it nice and clean. I'll solder everything as well. All right, so new development. I do have the speaker in, and I don't want to really take you guys on too much of a wild ride here, but let me just tilt this up so you can see. So it is mounted in. I only have one screw holding it in right now, but the other side doesn't line up, so I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. So what I'm noticing is, try not to get too far ahead of myself, this plastic cover here, which directed sound, it's a perfect fit right here. It just would help direct sound towards the cabin. I'm not gonna need that with these big 3.5s. This thing's dinky. I took the bracket with it on that one. So I am actually going to clip these off, and I'm not going to use this little screen protector and everything. I keep my truck pretty clean. I'm not too worried about dusting on the speaker, and this is easy to take off to wipe that out. That's first order business. I want to make sure this fits because this has to be almost perfectly flat to do so. Once that happens, then I'll worry about where I'm going to put the converter and get this mounted better, because right now I could see this becoming a noise that would drive me crazy. So even if I have to zip tie the other end in, I could trim the back plastic here with a Dremel, but I really don't want to. It's gonna be a mess. I don't really want to trim the speaker at all because this is designed in a specific way. I don't want to start cutting away this plastic. I know I probably could, but I don't want to. So for right now, has to be flat. This has to get trimmed or just clipped off, which I'm pretty sure I can do with a set of dikes. Probably just get in there, but I don't want to break the panel either, so I don't know. That's easy. It's pretty soft plastic, so I can just do that all the way around. Okay, perfect. Sweet. So let me just clean this up, because we don't need these clips getting in the way either. Perfect. Sweep my driveway later. Still looking good, no marks on the panel here. So now this will just lay, oh, other way, stupid. This will lay flat, which means that this can now mate up to the bottom, and you probably will even be able to see the speaker through it, which is cool to me. All right, so I'm going to cut off this old harness clip so I can use it. I'm always a believer in leaving yourself more wire than you're gonna need. So there's a zip tie here that's actually hindering me from doing that. So I'm going to, sorry if I keep stepping out of frame. I keep forgetting that the camera's angled inside the cabin here. Snip off that zip tie without damaging the wires. Perfect. Pop the wires out. So now look at all that extra room I just gave myself to screw up essentially. Cut those right off of the terminals, and these are also soldered on from the factory. Wouldn't expect anything less from Toyota there. Okay, so don't need all that sleeving for right now at least. This too, don't need it. Because right now I'm just going to be, try to keep this mess inside the truck so I can vacuum. Just gonna connect these with a crimp connector, just to make sure it works. They are connected. That's all I was looking for. Let's plug that back in for a second. And then let's get the actual tweeter plugged in. Don't bend the posts. That one's really hard to get on. I gotta straighten that out. My bad. Okay, what's the situation here? Why is this? Okay. Finally. It's on. Holy crap. Okay, so next. Okay, excuse my big head again.
Testing. Little sentimental bitches on the wall. Niggas on the wall. Hey, baby, you there?
Okay, hopefully that didn't get me in too much trouble with YouTube, but literally same thing on this side. You just want to pop this off again. Don't break anything. It's always the key, right? Oh, apparently there was a lower clip on this side. It's okay. Did I break it? Yeah, I did. Oh well. I'm not perfect. Let me try to pop that back so I can use it again later. Whoopsies! See, this is why I'm making videos. Alright, so it looks like you actually need to drop the glove box, and there is a small clip right over here. One of these guys with a quick insert. So definitely broke that. Oh well, little piece of plastic ain't gonna hurt nobody. The driver's side didn't have that though, so I guess that's why it came off easier. So much dust. I thought I was clean. All right, same concept. Push from the inside. There we go. Again, in the effort of not breaking anything. Sweet. Same thing, I'm gonna pop this cover off to make it easier to install. Use my little nut driver here. Said little nut. Okay. Grab myself a beer for this, so I relax and I'm a little patient. Got my bar behind me too. Beer's fine for right now. Oatmeal stout, delish. Okay, so moving forward. Here's the one that I crimped. Got my soldering gun heating up here. Got my solder clip to hold the wires together. I'm just gonna make this as neat as possible. Clip that off. Clip that off. I have the other harness in here as well, so I can just knock out both real quick. Just gonna show you guys one. So again, you always wanna make sure you have a good strip of the wires. Make sure that you have enough wire exposed to get a good solder going on. So what I normally do is I twist just the top of the wire together, which sometimes it's easier just to grab it with pliers and twist. Then I pull it flat. I'm an idiot. I don't think I have enough wire stripped here. Anyway, don't do that. Twist the top, pull it flat, kind of bend it over so your wire is sticking out like that. I soldered that little bit there. Makes it easier. You have a solderable space, and sometimes I will just use this little clip here and clip the wires together like that, just to hold them from coming apart while I'm soldering. That's definitely happened a couple of times. Okay, let's start with the negative side. Oh yeah, nothing like smoking metal in your face. I usually like to apply a decent amount, and then I'll heat the wires up and just let it soak through. Just like that. And you can see, I don't know if you guys can see, but it went all the way through, all the way around, and that's what we're looking for. Okay, so getting the speaker installed now. Since we want it to sit as flat as possible, doing this is going to be the best option. I'm going to move the camera a little bit for you guys to see. So here are the mounting holes, factory, here and here. On this angle, it torques the speaker this way. So I'm going to put this one in, and I'm going to actually drill a hole in this flat spot just next to this. It's really not that far off. It's just right here. So I'm going to do a pilot hole and then a final hole. And then I'm going to use one of these. Let me get it really quick. One of these quick nuts. Similar to the factory one. The factory one's got this nice little groove it fits into. These actually are meant to pop into a groove. So I'm going to drill the hole, slide this on there, and we should be good to go. So I'm just going to mark it and then pull the speaker out. Just like that. Don't want to accidentally drill into my new speaker, so get that the fuck out of there. Okay, pilot hole's drilled. Now I'll step up to a larger bit using a 1564. The pilot bit was 1/8. Make sure there's nothing below that I'm going to drill into, especially not my hand. Or the AC ducting there. Almost drilled into that actually. Be careful. Don't fuck your shit up. I'm actually going to try to clean that area out before I finally install everything because it's a little dusty back there, which is pretty normal. Dash dust. It happens. Alright, so quick nut. Just going to slide this bugger over here. If it is going to fit, might have an issue. Plastic gets super thick right there. I know you're just looking at my armpit right now. It's a nice armpit though. Okay, we're actually kind of in line right there. Let me make sure this fits still though, because that thing sticks out. Aha! Therein lies a problem. So the way that my quick nuts are, the holes here, the plastic ends right here, and this thing sticks out. So I am actually going to try to use the factory one now. Without losing it to the dash. It probably will work. It's got some teeth on it, so let me pinch it tight. And then just slide this guy on. Maybe not. Man, this is a situation. Okay. So, the only other thing I can think of is just putting a nut underneath. I can get my hand in there. With the speaker, though, it might be an issue. This is a problem. Okay, I'm gonna go see if I have any smaller quick nuts and we will go from there. Okay, so I have an idea. I'm just gonna get everything hooked up here and try something out. Before fucking bug just flew in my face. Okay, so I'm going to use this location without dropping the hardware. I use the location towards the left of the vehicle as the strong location, and the other one I'm going to still bolt down, but it's going to be a pain in the ass because of where it's located. Okay, leave that one loose. Now, what I'm going to try to do, this is the factory clip. I'm actually just going to try to hold it on the bottom and use a longer piece of hardware and just use the nut to hold it. I don't want to leave the speaker loose because I know for a fact it's going to rattle around and it's going to drive me insane. Actually, I drilled that hole perfectly. So I'm actually just going to screw this right into the plastic, make it nice and snug, and that's all she wrote. Don't over tighten it though, because you'll just strip the plastic out. Bend the speaker tabs back a little bit so it doesn't hit. Snug. The one that needs to be tight, make sure it's tight. Bend those tabs back. I think I'm still gonna put the nut in there. I'm pretty sure I can get to it. That I can. Oh yeah, there we go. Just gotta hold it from rotating until it's tight. That's tight enough. That makes me feel a lot better. All right, that one's in. Give it a quick sound test just to make sure that it works.
Testing. System ready.
Radar detector's loud as fuck. Just do the radio.
If you ever cross-checked on the freeway, don't call me. You need someone who has all the right moves in the...
Cool, works. Okay. And that is it, guys. This guy goes back on, of course. Make sure you slide that in there. I am going to wipe this down, it's super dusty, but this goes right back here, just like that. And you're finished. Those are installed. I'm going to do the other side, pretty much same thing. Obviously, don't break anything else on that side, but that's it. We're good. I'm going to finish my beer, clean up, and that's it for today. Install's done. So now you guys know, clip on this side, be careful, don't break that. I did, oh well. You do have to do a little bit of custom mounting on that to get them to fit, the 3.5s. But they sound much better, you know, just at volume. And definitely going to want to finish the rest of the car now. So more videos to come, probably with the door speakers. I think those are 6.5 by 9. I'll replace those. And then the rears, I think, are also 3.5s. So we're going to do those too. Laters.